Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we have the Brooklyn Nets. Now, Brooklyn is a team that has had an interesting past couple of seasons. Obviously, the era of Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden is now long over, and Brooklyn has turned the page and look ahead for the future. Now, last season, they did make the playoffs. They were a 6 seed. They got swept by the Sixers in round 1, but I've really liked the direction this franchise has taken. They've gone from a team that had all the hype in the world with that big three to a team now that has some lower expectations, some young promising players. I do think the future is bright here in Brooklyn. And obviously we will get to every team eventually. My goal is to have all the regular rebuilds done before the start of the NBA regular season. So if you want me to do your favorite team next, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. And I still do see people to this day commenting to do such and such team that I've already done. Just go check my previous videos. You'll see all the rebuilds I've already done. But yeah, man, this Brooklyn team, obviously just gave you my thoughts on them. I'll talk about them a little bit more once we do get into the video, but I'm excited. Let's get into this one. Real quick, we'll talk about this Nets roster, some of the good, some of the bad, and there's definitely a little bit of ugly on here. So let's just dive into it. The point guard spot, I don't mind Spencer Dinwiddie. In my opinion, he's not a great long-term option as the point guard of this team. He's 30 years old. At that 81 overall, he's probably not going to be here very long. I'll just be straight up honest with you guys. Dennis Smith Jr. is here. He's a decent backup point guard option. Obviously, Dennis Smith Jr.'s career never really panned out as well as many have hoped. I mean, he had a tremendous rookie season, but yeah, man, how many games did he play his rookie season? Just curious. These are the kind of things that I should probably look into beforehand. Yeah, he played 69. Nice. Okay, so he's an option. Jordan Hall's here, 65 overall. Let's be honest, he's probably not going to play. Mikal Bridges is the best player on this team. Obviously, was the main focal piece in that Kevin Durant trade with Phoenix. And yeah, he's 27. At an 86 overall. I'm excited to build around him today. Cam Thomas is here. He's definitely shown some potential when given the opportunity. Tends to play pretty well in 2K. If he can continue doing that, he'll stay on this team. And then Dariq Whitehead is here. He went number 22 overall in this past year's draft. So we're going to see. We can maybe find a spot for him at some point in time. Might end up being a G League candidate for us in year 1 just because we have 2 playable shooting guards. But we will see. Small forward spot, they brought back Cam Johnson this offseason. I know there was maybe some speculation that one of the teams out there with some cap space could give him a big contract that Brooklyn wouldn't have matched. I think in all honesty, Brooklyn was probably matching anything. They bring him back. I think it was a good move. They signed Lonnie Walker away from the Lakers this offseason. He's 24. He's a 76 overall. He's a pretty solid backup small forward option. Power forward spot's interesting. This is an interesting one for me. You have 2 30-year-olds here in relatively similar overalls in Dorian Finney-Smith and Royce O'Neal. We're going to see which one of them. I think I'm going to probably start DFS. I think I like him just a little bit more than Royce O'Neal, but 2 decent options. I don't know if either of them are starters on a championship team, but we'll address that when we do get there. Darius Bazley's here. He's 23. Probably not the greatest potential at this point, but we'll see. And then they ended up drafting Noah Clowney 21st overall as well. Definitely could be another G League candidate just so we can get him some development down there. And then the center spot. I love Phoenix Claxton. He's a really solid defensive center. He tends to win a couple depoys in these videos. Hopefully he can do that for us today, but there's very minimal chance he goes anywhere. Ben Simmons. Oh, good Lord. It is Ben Simmons' revenge season, or so we've been told for the past however many years. I mean, I don't know what to expect out of Ben Simmons this year. First and foremost, what position is he going to play? I actually have no idea. I mean, I feel like he keeps saying he's a point guard. 2K has him listed as a center. I mean, it's just, I have no idea. And then Trendon Watford is here as well. He's 22. A little bit of potential with that 76 overall. So we might have a trade or two. Nothing too major right now. I know I touched on Dinwiddie saying he's not here probably long term. He'll definitely be here for at least the full first season. So maybe 1 or 2 small trades. Our first and only trade of year 1 is going to be coming with Cleveland, and here's what it's going to be. Dennis Smith Jr. and Darius Bazley heading over to Cleveland. We're acquiring Ricky Rubio and a future first-round pick. Now, on paper, this might not look like the greatest trade out there, but hear me out. We're getting a veteran backup point guard on a multi-year deal while both these players we're sending away are on 1-year contracts. Along with that, we're bringing in a first-round pick. So I think this is a win for us. Obviously, Bazley wasn't really going to play, and Ricky Rubio is an upgrade over Dennis Smith Jr. So I'm excited about this first trade. It's probably going to be our only trade. I'm going to send some guys to the G League, then we're going to set the rotation. I lied. I actually have one more trade. We're sending Trendon Watford over to Miami for a future 2028 first-round pick. Honestly, Watford would have been a really solid option and probably a good contributor to this team, but looking at the long kind of grand scheme of things, he's an expiring contract at the end of this year. I don't need 3 centers. Obviously, maybe could have re-signed him and traded Ben Simmons, but that's just way too much of a hassle for me right now. So I'll take the first-round pick. Feels like a win to me. We clear up a little bit of a logjam at that center spot. Now let's set the rotation. So it's sure setting up for an interesting first season here in Brooklyn. We actually don't even own our own first-round pick. It's actually in Houston. I'm assuming that dates back to the James Harden trade. So we really have no reason to tank. Not that this team's in a position to tank, but if we end up sucking, that'll kind of suck. But I think this team's in a relatively good spot. Here's how it's going to look. It's Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal Bridges in the backcourt, Cam Johnson here at the 3, Dorian Finney-Smith, our starting power forward, and Nick Claxton as our starting center. Really shouldn't be any surprises there in that starting 5. Bench unit is going to be led by Cam Thomas, followed by Lonnie Walker. Ben Simmons going to be playing some backup center for us. That'll be interesting. Royce O'Neal, and then Ricky Rubio, new addition here. So, again, is this like a true contender in the East? Probably not quite at that threshold yet, but this should be a playoff team. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Joel Embiid goes back-to-back for MVP, and year 1 is officially over. And I'll just be upfront with you, it was not a very good first season here in Brooklyn. We went 35-47. It's not great. It is what it is. Obviously, some building to do. And, yeah, we don't have our first-round pick. That kind of stinks. Victor Wembanyama, Chris Paul, Giannis is your D point. I'm going through these fast because they're always the same in year 1. And, yeah, cool. Steve Kerr. All right, let's take a look right now. I'm assuming 35 wins does not get us into the play-in even, and yeah, oh wow, it does. Okay, we are technically could be a playoff team. I don't know. 35 wins is all it takes. Low threshold for the Eastern Conference, according to 2K. Here's a look at the numbers on the year. Mikal Bridges was our leading scorer, followed by Spencer Dinwiddie. Cam Thomas off the bench was very impressive. Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton. What I think this team needs is just like a true kind of number 2 scorer. I'm fine with Bridges being that number 1 if he really wants to kind of go and elevate his game consistently to that level, which he has. I'm not saying he hasn't, but again, I think we just kind of need that another star on this team. So we'll see what we do have. But more importantly, I mean, we could end up making the playoffs, man. Who knows? So here's a look at the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, Yeka Okongwu. They moved on from Clint Capella. Obviously, John Collins is now in Utah. And let's just sim through this game real quick. And we end up losing. So we're not going to be a playoff team. That's fine by me. We obviously don't have our draft pick anyways, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. So let's take a look at the finals. We're getting a rematch from the 2022 NBA Finals. Is going to be Jason Tatum, and the Celtics taking on Steph Curry and the Warriors. Celtics get a little bit of revenge. JT is your Finals MVP. So offseason number 1. Obviously, we have some freedom, and we're able to actually make some moves ourselves, which is obviously good. We are going to have a lottery projected pick, and it's actually going to be at number 10 right now. Wow, man, that stinks. And it goes to 11. So we're losing out on the 11th overall pick that obviously, I'm assuming anyways, dates back to the James Harden trade, which didn't really work out well for Brooklyn. Jacques Vaughn has some of the worst ratings I have ever seen. Oh, my God. I mean, like, part of me wants to be like, I'll give you a year now that I can put a team together and see what you can do, but, like, what can you do with those ratings? I mean, there's just really not much. That's tough. I got to move in a different direction. I'm sorry. If he had the ratings, I'd keep him. But, like, good God. Actually, I want Stauffer today. I think he'd be really beneficial. But, like, that's a little disrespectful. I'm not saying Jacques Vaughn's, like, the elite of the elite in terms of NBA coaches. But those are some pretty gross ratings they give him right there. I'm interested. If I have any Nets fans watching this video, what do you think of the ratings that 2K gave Jacques Vaughn? Let me know. We do have the 24th overall pick. That stems from the Ricky Rubio trade with Cleveland. And, yeah, I mean, there's obviously some things we can do with that. Might include in a bigger trade. Might just draft somebody. We'll see. I'll see you guys with whatever move we do make. We're going to try to work with the New York Knicks right now, a little New York on New York action, and see if they'd be willing to trade us Julius Randle. Now, Dorian Finney-Smith, Ricky Rubio, and our number 24 overall pick this year is my current offer. I have no expectations of them actually accepting this trade. If we look at the assets we have in terms of players, I'm not trading any of these 3 right here, and for different reasons, obviously. I think Johnson's obviously a reliable starter. Cam Thomas was very good off our bench, and Ben Simmons is literally making too much money. I tried to do, at the start of this, try to do just Ben Simmons, and he's literally making too much money. So, that's not going to happen. And then, honestly, I kind of do want to keep Clowney and Whitehead. I kind of want to see what they got. Maybe at some point in time, we can make a decision about if we want to trade one of them. So, I actually might try to get this done with some draft picks. How about a Suns 2025 pick? I don't think there's any chance the Suns stink, right? Yeah, any team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker is not going to stink. So the fact that that's 2 stars is pretty valuable for us. And then is there any way we could get this done with maybe a couple second-round picks? Is that a possibility out there? Nope. All right, hear me out. I might be willing to include Derek Whitehead in this trade, and this might not look great on paper, and obviously he is really not played in the NBA yet, so who knows what he has. But Cam Thomas played very well for us off the bench, and obviously Mikal Bridges is not going anywhere. So maybe there's a world out there we move Derek Whitehead to the small forward spot. but I'm not going to sacrifice a potential bench piece for a known all-star, all-NBA starter. So I'd be willing to throw him in the trade, and they agree to it. So that's obviously a relatively big price to pay, but we got our upgrade at the power forward spot, and I'm happy with it. So we're not going to be drafting anybody this year. Let's hit team player options. We have nobody there. I believe Dinwiddie is a free agent. That's definitely somebody we don't want to just let go for nothing. So let's look at everything else. And Claxton's a free agent, and do we not have rights to get Spencer Dinwiddie back, or maybe we do? I don't know. Yeah, I'll just give Spencer Dinwiddie the contract. And then here with Nick Claxton, he has a real offer from the Pistons. I'm just going to pay the man. I obviously would like to have him back. And Lonnie Walker's probably gone. Obviously, we just traded one of his potential replacements. Could end up biting us in the ass, but I think it's fine for now. So we're bringing back Dinwiddie. We're bringing back Claxton. And, yeah, I mean, I might just honestly go straight up sign and trade with Spencer Dinwiddie, if I'm being straight up honest with you. I'd like to find a point guard upgrade, so let's see what we can do. We're pulling off a blockbuster trade here with the Phoenix Suns. Now, I know this looks a little weird. Obviously, we have Mikal Bridges starting at the shooting guard spot, and we'd just be bringing in another shooting guard in Bradley Beal. And obviously, that's kind of what we're doing right now. But this is going to give us some more flexibility. The $40 million that Ben Simmons is making right now is almost handicapping us to an extent. We don't have a ton of flexibility, and honestly, I don't really want him on the team. Cam Thomas is kind of a casualty of this trade. He played extremely well for us this past season as our sixth man off the bench, but at the end of the day, 1-for-1, Bradley Beal, I'm taking him every single day of the week. And Bradley Beal played well last year, so I know that obviously there's going to come some regression, and obviously Bradley Beal is making a shit ton of money, but this gives us more flexibility in the aspect that I can just move Bridges to the small forward spot. Beal obviously starts at the 2, and then I maybe could even include Cam Johnson in a trade. I don't want to do that, but it's a possibility. I'm just putting it out there right now. So I definitely am going to find probably an upgrade at the point guard spot. Well, I'll say this. I will try to find an upgrade. If I cannot find that upgrade, I'm not just going to sell my soul to get a better point guard. So hang with me. We're bringing in Tyus Jones on a 3-year, $36 million deal. We're not going to be trading right now anyways for an upgrade at the point guard spot. We're just going to get two guys who are pretty good point guards. So Dinwiddie and Jones is a pretty solid 1-2 punch at that spot. I didn't want to go ahead and trade Cam Johnson. Our bench depth already isn't great with the moves that I've made. Noah Kalani will be getting minutes behind Julius Randle, and at this point in time, I do need to figure out a backup center and a backup shooting guard. So again, these options are not going to be great. Game's actually going to allow me to bring back Royce O'Neal. Might be a little cheesy, but I'm going straight up sign and trade with Royce O'Neal for either a point guard, or excuse me, a shooting guard or a center, whatever that may be, because I do want to get Noah Kalani minutes. So let's look. I'm looking center. I'm looking shooting guard. I mean, what do we have here? Nothing too great, to be quite honest. That's a point guard. Could go out and get Charles Bassey. I've done that before in the past, but yeah, I don't really want Bruno Fernandes. So you know what? I know I got Charles Bassey a couple videos back, and I definitely will wait on doing it again. But for now, he's definitely a really solid option backing up Nick Claxton. So let's go find ourselves a backup shooting guard. These are not great options. I mean, oh, good Lord. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get a little cheesy here. I mean, it's kind of what I got to do at this point in time, right? So I'm going to sign Chris Dunn. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in, and then we're also going to bring in Mike Muscala, and we are going to combine these two in a trade. And yeah, I'm sure I have some people that are not a very big fan of the moves I just made right there, but it is what it is. Long term, I think it's going to work out. Ooh, Bones Highland, not really sizable for a shooting guard, but I do like Bones Highland. Chris Duarte might be as good as it gets. We also got a draft pick there. Javon Carter. Thank you very much, Phoenix. Okay. Well, that's pretty crazy, because if you look at that in the grand scheme of things, did we get a draft pick in that trade too? So we traded Ben Simmons for Bradley Beal and draft pick. That's insane. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. It's now year 2 in Brooklyn. We've obviously gone ahead and made some pretty major changes to this team. We have 2 new starters in Bradley Beal and Julius Randle, and we've reworked this team a little bit. I think we've set ourselves up for hopefully some decent success this year. So Spencer Dinwiddie still our starting point guard. I don't love it, but it's serviceable enough for now, and any of the trade options I had were not any better. Obviously, new addition here in Bradley Beal. You see a little bit of regression there, and again, I don't expect him to put up the 26 points per game he actually surprisingly put up in Phoenix last year, but I expect him to be relatively solid, about 20-plus points per game. Mikal Bridges in here, obviously best player on this team. Very excited to see what he can do here. Julius Randle, and then Nick Claxton we re-signed as well. Bench unit is now going to be led by Cam Johnson. He's kind of coming off the bench for us. Real life, he'd probably be a little pissed, but it is what it is. We brought in Tyus Jones, Cam Thomas, Charles Bassey, and Noah Kalani. So it's an interesting 1 through 10. I think this team should definitely be better than last year and hopefully an actual playoff team. See you guys at the end of year 2. Year 2 ends as Luka Doncic gets his first career MVP. It is not the triple-double that we are also accustomed to seeing, but a very impressive season nonetheless. It was also a much better second season for us here in Brooklyn. We go 53-29 on the year. and we were definitely a playoff team. Kyle Flipkowski's your rookie there. Flipkowski. I can't fucking do names. He's in Atlanta. 2024. Interesting. Amen Thompson, 6th man of the year. Claxton wins a depoy for us. I told you guys this tends to happen at least once a video. We got it here in the Nets rebuild. Awesome to see. Tyrese Maxey, most improved. Steph Curry, clutch player of the year. Jason Kidd wins coach of the year. Wow, MVP and coach of the year. Hell of a season for Dallas. All right, let's take a look at the standings. We finish as the 2 seed here in the East. That's awesome. That is really awesome. That's like, what, 3rd, 4th best record in all of basketball? I will take it. Here's a look at the numbers on the year, see who did well. Julius Randle, Bradley Beal, Mikal Bridges. Takes a little bit of step back in terms of the scoring. Obviously, that's why we brought in Randle and Beal, just because Bridges does so many things so well. I don't really need him to be scoring the 23-plus points per game that he's very well capable of doing, but I can have him doing other things. Dinwiddie, Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas, I almost said Trey Jones, Tyus Jones, Claxton, Clowney, Charles Bassey. Rebounds per game was Claxton, and assists was Dinwiddie. So, we're actually going to be facing a play-in team here in round 1. It's going to be the Miami Heat. A team that definitely turns it up come playoff time, and obviously led by Jimmy Butler, who, definitely rises to the occasion and in the playoffs. I'm also waiting. I've seen a bunch of comments saying, can you do a Heat rebuild? And I'm waiting for the Damian Lillard saga to end. It's supposed to be within the next few days. I'm hoping it comes to a close shortly. I'd like to do a Heat rebuild, all I'm going to say. Let's get through this, though. I would say that Miami definitely has the best player in the series. I think we might have a more well-rounded team, though. I'll stand by that statement. We go down 3-1. That's obviously less than ideal. We get bounced in 5. All right. It is time. It is time to make another major decision, whether we think that this team is capable of running it back. Celtics go back-to-back, and being championship contenders. I mean, we were a 2 seed last year, 4th best record in all of basketball. We got bounced in round 1. Not great. Not great at all. So, man, there's obviously going to have to be some decisions made, and I will make those decisions. Let's take a look at the draft lottery. I see a Nets logo, and that's projected to be number 9 right now. I don't know if there's a swap on it or something. There probably is. I don't know if I'm just missing it. Yeah, I'm sure there was some protection on it, but, like, interesting, because the Rockets pick is via the Wizards. Oh, so maybe the Lakers? Dude, honestly, I have no fucking idea who the hell has that pick. Okay, so Stauffer, obviously, you can't get a better coach than him. Let's head up to the draft, see what our pick situation looks like, because I don't really know. We have 25 of our own, so let's make a decision. Oh my God! We just pulled off... Holy fuck. We just traded for LaMelo Ball. That's the trade. Dinwiddie, Johnson, what is that? 3 first-round picks, and Charles Bassey for LaMelo Ball. Oh, my God. I can't believe that went through. But, yeah, we got that point guard upgrade we were looking for, and welcome to the team, LaMelo. Holy shit. Okay, so that's obviously great. I got to decide on Bradley Beal right now. He played very well for us. I just want to make sure his regression isn't going to be, like, absolutely insane. So I just want to look. I mean, I could get DeJounte Murray, but... yeah, I don't know. I got DeJounte Murray in a video the other day, and Anthony Simons is here, though. It's 21 last year. I might go with Simons. I might. You know what? This might come back and bite me in the ass. But you know what? I'm taking Anthony Simons. Welcome to the team. All right, cool. So let's skip over. Obviously, we just trade away our draft pick and pretty much every other draft pick we have. Julius Randle is a free agent. So is Cam Thomas. I definitely like to get both those players back. I'm still in shock that we were honestly able to even make a trade for LaMelo Ball. I mean, that's just absolutely insane. But, yeah, man, we're going to sign Randle and Thomas back. Everybody else pretty much free to go. We actually have a $26 million trade exception for Bradley Beal, which means we actually maybe could do something else, whether, it's big or not. But at this point, I do need to find some bench upgrades. Obviously, Cam Johnson was in that trade. So we do need to fill out the bench a little bit more. And, yeah, I don't really love any of these options, to be quite honest with you. So we're going to get a little cheesy again. I know you guys might not like it, but it might be something we have to do here. So let's move on from Boucher. Obviously, heading into the final year, we can't really take the draft picks with us, so I'm just going to include them all in trades. We need either a center or a backup small forward. Brandon Clark actually might be my best option here. I think he's... Ooh, Christian Wood there, but not a lot of defense. Andre Drummond would be a great rebounding center. I like Brandon Clark. I'm a big Brandon Clark fan. Let's add him to the team. All right, and then who else did we pick up? We picked up a small forward in this trade, I think. It was Melvin Ajinka. a giant. I can't fucking pronounce names. I'm going to sign whoever's just the highest overall, and then we're going to go out and we're going to trade them as well. I'm sorry, but I need to finalize this if it's going to be a championship season. So let's just see what we got here for the final move. It's going to be Landry Shamet and Melvin here, and a first-round draft pick, and I'm looking for small forwards. Norman Powell, a little old for my liking at this point in time, but we're definitely getting some decent offers right here. Wow, I can get Bronny James. Bronny actually plays weirdly well. Fuck it. I'm picking up Bronny. I am. I'm going to get some hate for that. I know I am. But it just means we're just going to trade Tyus Jones and 2 first-round picks for a different small forward. Yeah, I definitely might get some shit for that, and honestly, it's deserving. But it is what it is. Who's our backup small forward? How tall's Malik Monk? He's 6'3". He's having 20 last year. You know what? Fuck it. I don't even care. I'll make it work. Welcome to the team, Malik Monk. All right, I'll see you guys at the start of the final year. I think it would be an understatement to say that I was not expecting an offseason that crazy, but it was absolutely insane. LaMelo Ball somehow was tradable, and we added him to this Nets team. New backcourt with him and Anthony Simons here. Bridges still going strong at the 3. Obviously re-signed Julius Randle. Nick Claxton, a former Defensive Player of the Year, still our center. Bench unit also got some upgrades. We added Malik Monk to this team. I moved Cam Thomas to the small forward spot. He's 6'3". Who gives a shit? Obviously added Bronny James, Brandon Clark, and Noah Clowney still here as well. I mean, insane. Not the craziest depth I've ever had, but with what we kind of had last offseason to turn into this, I'm very happy. So I'll see you guys at the end of the final year. Our final season could not have gone any better. We went 70-12, but more importantly, LaMelo Ball, we just traded for an MVP. I mean, just absolutely insane. I'm on top of the world right now. We've obviously changed the team up a lot from last season, but we were also feeling good last year. I want you guys to all remember that. We ended up getting bounced in 5 in round 1 from a play-in team. So we got to hold our horses here. We definitely got to be on high alert. Dylan Harper's your rookie of the year. He's in San Antonio. Damian Lillard, still not running from the grind. He's in Portland. He's your 6th man of the year. Claxton wins his 2nd straight depoy. Josh Giddey, most improved. Giannis, clutch player of the year. He's a Clipper. And Stauffer wins coach of the year. All right. Good. I'm feeling good right now. And wow, 70 wins, 2nd seed at 49. That's insane. Obviously, best record in the league. Let's take a look at the numbers. Let's see who played well. LaMelo Ball won an MVP. Simons was solid. Randall, Bridges, Thomas. I mean, good. I like it. Rebounds. Nick Claxton, and assists was LaMelo Ball. So who's going to be in round 1 for us here? It's going to be the 8-seeded Toronto Raptors. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard is back in Toronto. Wow. Can you imagine this in like 2018? Oh my God. All right. I mean, they're good. I just think we're better. Cool. All right. The team that beat us last year, the Miami Heat. DeLon Wright, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Buckets, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Bam Adebayo, Jeremy Grant coming off the bench, Gar Dial coming off the bench. Okay. Miami team is good. We're looking for a little revenge right here, and I think we are the better team. We're up 2-1 at the moment. Make that 3-1 and make that 3-2. And oh my God, don't do this to me. Thank you. All right, Eastern Conference Finals with the Philadelphia 76ers. They've added Fred VanVleet, who I'm pretty sure is on a fat fucking contract. No, that contract's over. He's making $8 million. But he's a pretty solid point guard option for them. But obviously, Joel Embiid still going strong. Can we beat Philadelphia, get to the finals, and hopefully win our championship? I think that would be awesome. We're up 3-1 right now, and we are in the NBA Finals. And we are going to, oh my God, Jason Tatum's in Sacramento. Tatum's now been to the Finals for 3 straight years because he just won the past 2 with Boston, and now he's in Sacramento. All right, well, yeah. I mean, Corey Joseph, Isaiah Evans, interesting team. They have Tatum and Sabonis kind of as their 1-2 punch. Keegan Murray, Mitchell Robinson, then an interesting backcourt. A young player here in Isaiah Evans, kind of an older veteran in Corey Joseph. Interesting dynamic. So the Nets, or excuse me, not the Nets. The Kings probably are the best player in the series. I think we have the better team. We're down 3-2. Wow. Don't do this to me. I'd like to just win and not have to stress out about this. Please hold this lead. Okay, we should be holding this lead, which means we're going... Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'll probably blow it. I mean, just look at that 4th quarter. That's... See you guys in there. We had a fat lead, and that disappeared. That does not get me very happy. And, yeah, now I have to play good 2K, which is never a good thing, because I suck at this game. I'm absolutely pitiful, and I think you all know that. So what I'm going to do right now is what I know best. Is Mikal Bridges playing power forward right now? That's not ideal. Bridges goes up, gets the contact, and won. With a chance to make it a 5-point game. Mikal Bridges, I love you. NBA Iron Man. What a play right there. I definitely want to get all the starters in, though. This is a moment. Mikal Bridges, as much as I do love you, I can't be having you at the power forward spot. That's just not going to work out for me. So, first and only free throw is up, and it is a fucking brick. Oh my God. I can't do anything right. I mean, I do something good and something else just goes equally as bad. Now I have to play Jason Tatum one-on-one in isolation, which is just never a good sign for me. Tatum pulls it, misses it. Good rebound, Bridges. All right, let's kick it over here to Simons. Simons, can we just work it low and kick it back out top of the key? I do not want Julius Randle here. LaMelo, can we just blow by him? LaMelo? Fuck, that would have been nice. All right, it's still a 2-possession game. We just got to be smart right here. We just got to not panic and hopefully hold this lead and hopefully force a Game 7. Because going back to our home floor, I'd be feeling good. But obviously we're in Sacramento right now with a chance for them to close it out. Mikal Bridges, you're a good defensive player. You're a very good defensive player. Let's not let Jason Tatum pull the 3. He misses. He misses. He misses. All right, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. I'm going to do something maybe a little stupid. Let's call for the ISO. And I want the floppy. I want to put this game out of reach right now. Come on. Bridges, Bridges, Bridges. Oh my God, I bricked it. What is that? He hit it. Oh my God. Oh my God, he hit it on the worst release possible. Mikal Bridges clutched the fuck up and hit the 3. Sacramento timeout. I don't know how he hit that. If you guys go back and like watch the release on that 3, you're going to be like, how the hell did that go in? I don't fucking know. Mikal Bridges is just like that, I guess. All right. Well, we're keeping the starters in. Obviously, this is a clutch situation, and we got to keep the best players on the floor. But it's not over, but we're feeling good. So I'm holding out hope, and I'm going to try to deny ball to Jason Tatum. I do not want Jason Tatum getting the basketball. I don't care who else gets it. And, yeah, they're just going to kick it right back over to Tatum. Oh, my God. I can't get over with fat boy Julius Randle, and they miss. Oh, my God, they miss. What just happened? What the fuck just... Oh, my God. We had it. We had it in the bag, and they're playing the foul game already? Really? No, it is Killian Hayes. Really, though? That's a surprise. Oh, okay, so they're not in the bonus. Are we in the bonus now? Don't think so. All right, well, if you want to keep fouling, you're more than welcome to. And they're not going to? I don't know. No, what the hell? Randall, thank you. Okay, this one should be over. A 7-point game with 35 seconds left. You would think it's over. I'll try to do one more possession here, but they got to go very, very quickly. So I'm assuming Tatum's just going to pull some sort of 3. I'll try to, like, lean over to him a little bit to see, but I'm not going to leave Keegan Murray wide open. He's a good 3-point shooter. Tatum's just working Bridges in the low post into Sabonis against 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Nick Claxton. Gets it up and misses. All right, this one's over. I will see you guys in Game 7. I somehow have a decent Game 6. We held the lead, and now we're going to Game 7 back in Brooklyn. At the Barclays Center, can we win and not choke? Please, 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 please don't do this to me, 2K. Oh, we're going back and forth again, aren't we? I'd rather not have to hop in. Thank you. Hold it. Hold it. Championship. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. That's fucking huge. That's huge. What a way to cap it off. LaMelo Ball gets a regular season MVP and a finals MVP as well. And honestly, I had a ton of fun doing this rebuild. Just an absolutely insane ride. What a team. What a team. Yeah, man. This was crazy. This was fun. A lot of unexpected moments in this video, and I definitely enjoyed this one. So hopefully you guys did as well. Other than that, I don't have much to say. I mean, I know you guys will comment rebuild ideas that you want to see. But, yeah, I mean, we're all just basically doing the same thing, kind of waiting for a Damian Lillard trade to happen. I'm recording this one on Friday morning. You guys are seeing this like Friday afternoon-ish. And, yeah, who knows? Maybe it's happened by this point. But if not, hopefully over the weekend. I'd love to do this video on Monday. But, yeah, I don't have much else for you guys. So, as always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. I hope you guys all do have a great weekend. It's a really good college football weekend. So, going to be a lot of fun games. So, that's it. That's it for me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.